Are you ready, Sully?
Yep, I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring your attention to we. What's up, boys and girls? Guess what? It's New Year and we're back.
Yay!
Yeah, Zell's here too. Can you believe that? Oh my god. Strawberry!
Strawberry!
Yeah, welcome back, boys and girls. First stream of the new year. Zell and I are back to do more Final Fantasy XIV Revisited, covering where we left off, which was a while ago, but given the holidays and everything, we're, you know, we're just happy to be back.
Correct.
So, before we get into today's events, let's say hello to the Zell. Hi, Zell.
Hello, 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 my blazes. We're back. We did it.
We're here. We're live.
What the
Sort
day?
of.
Kind of.
Some of us are suffering from smooth brainitis.
Yeah.
Strawberry says hi, Zell.
Hello.
Alright, so just real quick recap. Last time we left off, we had just begun doing the MSQ patchwork of A Realm Reborn, building towards Heaven's Ward. We were basically just kind of at the start of patch 2.2, which was through the Maelstrom. The goal, I guess, for today, because we're Zell has D&D tonight, I have anime night, and Zell dealing with smooth brainitis. Would like some just kind of downtime before her D&D, so we're gonna kind of keep this at about 2-ish hours. We're basically gonna wrap up around 6 our time, and hopefully we're gonna get through the rest of this patch plus the next patch. That's the hope, because that should also, I think that should also wrap up the current part we are on for New Game Plus. So I can also, this will allow me to do a couple of other things for when Zell's not wanting to stream, when she's not feeling up for it, because mental health is very important, and we need to make sure that she has the time and opportunities to take care of it when it happens.
Hmm.
So that's the goal for today. Anything you want to add, Zell, before we get the show on the road?
Mm-mm. You covered all of it, so.
All right. And so I got the screen switched over, and it's the first stream where I actually get to show off my glams. I actually put in a little effort here on creating some glams for my characters. A lot of it with Zell's help. So again, the rules are Zell is kind of trying to recreate her experience when she first started playing ARR. So she pretty much played a summoner all the way up until she got to level 50, and she's resmaging the rest of the way. Me, I'm only using classes that were available in A Realm Reborn. So, all right, so let's go ahead and invite Zell to party here, the Noctaluna.
Yep.
And just because I know for a fact I can do it down here without any serious repercussion, I'm going to go down here and re-trigger
New Game
New Game
Plus.
Plus.
There we go.
Which I
Promises
got to
to keep.
remember. Promises to keep, that was in Uldar.
Yep.
How are you, Strawberry? What a thing to wake up to, one of my friends streaming. I tried to stop into your Genshin stream, but it just seemed like it would never stop buffering. So I never got a chance to actually poke my head in and really say hi. So, hi, Strawberry. I hope you had a happy new year, and I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. So last we left off, we had just gotten the word of Yugiri, her claim or plea for aid or refuge being denied by the what's the fucking
Syndicate?
yes, the syndicate. There it is. That brain was not functioning on that one. Words were not working.
What are words?
There are these amazing little things that come together when you take individual letters and you string them together in a certain pattern. Problem is that putting them together in certain patterns and your brain just does not compute them.
True.
All right, are we ready?
Yes.
I fixed that issue. Wi-Fi wouldn't connect to my PS. With it being in my room, I had to move it out to the living room. Aw, that sucks. As you observed, Lolorito was not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah! I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Yes, 2.0 Rob on.
Yep. Sir, yes, sir. Back to Aetherite Plaza. Whee.
Whee!
Then I just do a shortcut here. Button. Cutscene.
But I do need to get ready for work, so I'll be lurking. Be a lurking goblin. That's fine, Strawberry.
Have a good lurk, Strawberry.
And have a good day at work, too.
Yes.
The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monetaris have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa, Laminsa, or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in the airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. Uh-oh, Alphino's doing diplomatic stuff.
I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not allow my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days?
Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious.
If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again, I find myself in your debt.
Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Uldar Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Strife and Nocta.
Nod.
Nod. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide.
And off they go.
That little goblin says strawberry. Charge!
Charging. Hey, Alphino.
We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Mamodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Wave.
Thank you, Mamodi.
You're one of the few good ones.
Mm-hmm.
What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls up to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans of the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Uldar, Lady Ugiri.
And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Ugh.
I heard the bile creeping in your throat there.
Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Ugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we?
I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you?
Nod.
Nod. Expeditiously nod! Then we move down to Le Monk.
Monkey.
Alright. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vespa Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Uldar. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Strife, Nocta, I would have you return to Vespa Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozon when you arrive. As Lady Ugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group.
Okay.
Pray return to the waking sands.
Yeah, pretty much. Alrighty, let's see what I get for random note roulette. Griffin! The power of light.
I got mummy mount. Mm.
Oh.
Hi, Hosan. Greetings. Alpha will inform me that a scion or two would be arriving to help with the preparations. I am honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. No, I think nothing of it. We like helping people out.
Yeah, this is true.
I knew from a glance what manner of man and woman you were. I too have some skills in arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept to staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friends. Pray seek out my son, Yozan. He can tell you more.
Okay. Hi, kid.
Hey, I love this kid. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Ula? I hear we're traveling by horse or drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others. Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. If I remember correctly, first one should be over here.
Yeah. Back here.
Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Kohari. Noctiluna, Strife Eclipse. I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute. You're not one of those, stallions, aren't you? No, scions. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Noctiluna and Strife Eclipse.
Cute. I forgot how cute this is.
Well, at least they're nice.
Yeah.
They're so well-mannered. You could be this child.
Are you playing? Ah! No fair! Yozan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horse-bird carriage. I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go. And then the last one should be up these
Right up there.
stairs.
You know, look for the giant quest marker on their head.
Yeah.
How'd you find me? I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me.
Whee!
Yay, a fall that didn't hurt us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wonderful. All the children are accounted for. Hide and seek. Ah, I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Gary thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Le Ninja!
Ninja.
It's not my line for ninja, how dare you.
Yep.
This isn't considered a sanctuary. What? Hey, hold on, let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on.
Okay, I shall wait. This
technically doesn't count as a sanctuary, but it does. There we go.
There you go. Ninja.
Why we adventure. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Homo, or Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman.
Okay.
You gonna be off, are you? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerlea. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot's here's another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe, like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road's there's safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is.
Have the fucking DJ thing.
Knock the Luna radio.
Whee! And since I'm landing, I need to do the thing. Do, 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 do. And die.
Well, that was easy.
Mm-hmm. There's the carriage.
So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Yay, we get to play Q&A with the kids.
Yep.
Well fought, sir, well fought. If only I were in better health. I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength at Skellendoma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Ugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life. All this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toe will grow and prosper by our hands.
Nod. And here come the kids.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye, Grandpa. We just like, huh?
Hey, Mr. Strife! Madam Nocta! Kaharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Hmm.
What would be the most Nocta answer?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, for Strife, it would definitely be to gain power.
I think I might answer the same because Nocta's like, if I have the power, then I can prevent what happened to my parents. For others.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I knew it. That's what I told Kaharu, but she didn't believe me.
I'll take her. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Strife, Miss Nocta, I've got a question. What's Remnant's Toll like? Is it pretty?
It's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. It's a bastion of civilization in harsh and unforgiving wilderness. It is the home of the science of the Seventh Dawn, and it is a stone's throw from an Imperial castrum.
And
I don't know
between...
if I want to give the kid PTSD, so I think I'd avoid the Imperial
Yeah,
castrum.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, let's not do that one.
I know, option 1 and 2 seems like the most reasonable answer that Strife would probably give.
I want to do the first one.
I'll do the second one. So there are lots of rocks and things? It sounds a bit scary, but you'll be there too, won't you?
You mean there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait.
Enough, Kaharu, it's my turn again. Mr. Strife, Miss Nocta, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
Yep. Oh god, don't send them to Rowena. That's a good way to get them fucking broke.
Yep. I probably, just because of the whole push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice, I feel like train every day.
Nocta would go seek out new experiences and adventures.
I'm going with 3.
I'm going with 1.
Ah, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out.
Of course, to be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring.
Strawberry says I have a character that would answer the castrum. That character is a menace.
Oh no! Don't give the kids PTSD, no!
All right. That's enough questions for Mr. Strife and Miss Nocta.
That's not fair! Why does Yulzon get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does!
Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day?
Yep.
Nod.
Nod.
Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Strife, Miss Nocta. I won't forget it.
I'm going to be an adventurer too!
When we get the Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Strife, Miss Nocta, and Lady Ugiri.
Yeah, just like Mr. Strife, Miss Nocta, and Lady Ugiri. This is so cute.
We could talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us?
Nod.
Of course.
Naturally.
It feels like it's been a while since we've been in a Chocobo drone carriage. And we're still getting bombarded with questions.
Yeah.
It's a long road to Mordona.
But we're going to Ul'dah first.
Yeah.
So it's less long, but still.
speak with Alphino at the quicksand.
You got it.
I could easily just pull up a mountain fly over there, but it's so close that it almost feels pointless.
Yeah, I know, right?
Into the city we must go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aetherite shard.
the mini-map kind of threw me off a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, wait, which way?
You're right. Excuse me.
Hey, Alphino.
Ah, Strife, Nocta. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Okay.
Alright, if you say so.
Paladin!
Paladin. All due respect.
It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thonland, which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slathborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting tie should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Nocta and Strife.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just speed this up.
Yep.
We don't have to escort them per se. Hey, Slathorn, these are some Domans. Yugiri. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course.
We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slathborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence.
Not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned.
As you wish, Slathborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship.
Alright, we're going to take them to see Minfilia now. I guess I've yet to meet the antecedents. Seven Helms, Strife, Nocta, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why the hell are you talking to me? To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Okay.
Okay. Minfilia. Wherefore art thou, Minfilia? Poppy. Art thou ready?
Cutscene. 'Tis no news. Everything okay? Our attempts to reach the students of Baldessian continue to meet with failure. Oriange has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet with our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unsolved. Oh no, absolutely not. We don't mind at all.
It's nice to deal with people and not monsters every once in a while.
Yeah. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them.
I get that. You don't gotta explain it to me, but...
Lady Yagiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's soul could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together.
As ever, it has been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require hotels, pray speak with Slaffthorn. Lady Ugiri, Nocta, Strife.
Alrighty. Begin with
Ready.
Nymphalia. Nymphalia and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Yustilla should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival. Sure.
I mean, the game doesn't really give me so much choice in that endeavor, but...
Yeah, but thou must.
But thou must. Mummy Stola.
Hey, Stola.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The serpent reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
But thou must.
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a freak with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the serpent reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder, by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Oh no! Echo!
Hey!
My head.
Quick, somebody get the Tylenol!
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
I want to know how you managed to see, because I don't see eyes.
Yeah, I know.
We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not?
You certainly did.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the
Yeah.
emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Complete.
And come prepared she shall.
Yep. The sea rises.
All the way down to Le Scala.
Ready?
Yep.
Plainly, should the worst come to pass, and Leviathan is summoned, our only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventuality inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs spend all our efforts toward achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Okay.
Outside we go, and an Aetheryte ticket to Limsa. Strawberry says one of my favorite lines is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
To Limsa?
Limserlominsa. And then this way. Away from the crowds.
Gotta get away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room.
Okie dokie. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger. Web.
You want me to take her?
I'll handle Merowib.
Okay.
You got Stola and Felia. And you, Geary.
Yep.
So. Welcome, friends. I take it Stola has appraised you of the situation. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Starland to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I am not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, God forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so.
I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with my own eyes.
Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Captain Eclipse. I don't know how she opens yours.
She just says Nocta.
Captain Eclipse, Nocta. Our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operation staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbrinder has charge of the garrison. Nod. Go back downstairs and teleport to Western Lenosha.
Mm-hmm.
To airport.
Airport. Mew. A phoenix.
Water doggy.
I've been
Go ahead.
I've been expecting you, Scions of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Complete.
The seminar!
Scouts in distress. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Suspa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Saspa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means ventured too deep into enemy territory. However, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Okay. Hey. I get to listen to Titan Eden music.
Do you want to go find a body?
Ah, yes, here you are.
Help somebody of all the times to forget the restorative. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we were, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you.
Okay. Hi, Dark Helmet.
It's the Spaceballs?
Hmm?
Dark Helmet.
Dark Helmet is a hunt mark.
I know.
Alrighty. Time to attack. Die!
I'm just here looking knowledgeable as fuck.
Yeah. There we go. Up and over. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You returned, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? You ain't gotta like it here. Dear gods. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound at any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Okay.
There.
That's not your warrior gun. Quintania.
I gotta go fix my shit. Because Yoshi P is not giving us the one thing we all really want.
Make it so we can apply glamour plates outside of sanctuaries. Please and thank you. There you go. The gift of eternity. Christ damned fishback bastards! I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells.
Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy?
My apologies, Admiral. You count on me to keep a clear head.
Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now.
The men are ready. We but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance.
But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a divisionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore.
And likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in the hopes of confusing the Sahagin defense effort.
Don't you start with me, Strawberry. I mean, he's letting us have summoner glam on our dragoons, so he's slowly giving us what we want.
I mean...
You're not wrong, but damn it.
Yeah. Strife, Nocta, and Yustola. The 3 of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Nod. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take it to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Yustola, Strife, and Nocta.
When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte accompanied by Lady Menphelia as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle!
To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Strife and Nocta? Too long ago, I warned. But come, let us away.
I will start. I can't play still.
Fenrir!
Big fat tacos, oh big fat tacos, oh big fat tacos, so big.
I kinda wish this mount used the Snowcloak music, but it does not. Whee! Hey, Stella.
Bye.
Bye, bitch. They're just like, nope, not dealing with that today. Mm-mm.
Like, I got better things to do.
Mm-hmm. I do not wish to die today. Too bad! Oh, there's more of them. Too bad! Die!
I'm all for being able to, having the restrictions and so we can look as absolutely fashionable as we can. But it sucks when there's limitations on where we can do it without doing other things first. I know, Stola is down.
You still are no! Quickly. Oh. Pray do not concern yourself, just but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetherite is close at hand, let us press on. Okay, dokie. If you say so.
I believe this is the cutscene that Strawberry was looking forward to again. And I believe it's voice, so...
Yes. Let's get it.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Sacred!
Much?
Did I miss much? Get him, you gibby!
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans.
Damn right.
Seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Whee! Get him! Mm. Fancy flips. Get him.
I dare say Lady Udiri got a lady bugger.
To the Aetherite.
Nod. Let's go. Good shot, Admiral.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Well, when you enter like that, of course we'll forgive you.
Enter like a boss.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
She does indeed enter like a boss. She enters like an admiral.
And sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our
You speak like you have like a lisp.
Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Oh boy, here he comes. I remember this being terrifying when I first went through it. I'm like, oh dear God, what is that?
Heavens forfend.
I got excited because again, me having such a long history with FF that I did.
Damn it all!
It's like, oh boy, I can't wait to see him. If you weren't familiar with some of the primals in FF, then it's just like I can completely understand.
My being am the way. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Yeah, coming from someone who has very little Final Fantasy experience, the most I saw before playing 14 was like playthroughs of 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not have the context of, oh yeah, this is a fight.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Okay, I must away. I'm at work. Bye, Strawberry.
Bye, Strawberry.
Have a good day at work.
Yes.
Understand. I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it?
Atom Age.
In heart of the world. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of Will in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room.
Alrighty. Oh, and I wish Rain were here, because that whole thing with the Sahagin priest puts me in mind of something that we have planned for the Stellaris roleplay, where, by right, the only way to actually kill the leader is to just commit a fucking genocide.
Interesting.
Because of cybernetics, and the memories get backed up and everything, so it's just like, Yep, we are expected, that much is plain. Whee! Hi, Marwood. Is it voiced?
Yep.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone it was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us. rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
I wonder why.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior.
We got this.
Oh yeah, we got this.
Yugiri wants a word with us.
Yuri. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they have walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so.
What is it? A message, Admiral. I trust it best to be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan.
Oh, I know who it is.
One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Yastilla said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered limitless survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony can yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all! The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Strife, Nocta, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness.
Sure.
The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Great Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful.
Alrighty.
Lower Lenosha, I believe.
Lower, yes. Ah. Motorcycle.
Street Shark. Or Sewer Shark.
Yep, called it.
Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled the millstone over the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractor remains a generous soul. Now, prick your ears out, 'cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you keen? The tale of Trectum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviathan. Now, Leviathan is huge, make no mistake. To give ye an idea of how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. That's no mean feat, let me tell ye. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been lagoons worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Well, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some that say you can never truly beat Leviathan. That you've got to learn to live with and make him the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention, that's all. I take back everything I said. I would never part of the company heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble women. That don't happen much. Me members tiny. It's pathetic.
You're welcome, kid.
I sure as hell didn't fight Leviathan, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big, massive sea serpent some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh gosh, just remember the day made me soil myself all over again.
No, I did.
Hey, wait, if you're here asking about Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, aren't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea.
Sure, bud.
Oh, you worthless, lying whore, son. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung.
Nocta, Strife, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? No. I beg your pardon. Beatus. I see, that is unfortunate. At any rate,
I think that's supposed to be a play on diabetes.
Yeah.
Leviabetus.
Yeah. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morby dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. You're lucky.
Down, 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 down.
Closer.
I told you your jaunt to Great Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad and lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Leader I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan.
Oh, you get to bard this.
Lord of the World. I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructing some haste, the World Leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Nalvik and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind.
It is expected that the Zahagan and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred Y'shtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade.
We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks would find your presence highly diverting. Thancred Y'shtola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Ugaria, the fifth. But what words have I for the man and woman who have made sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warriors of light.
I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Strife and Nocta. May the crystal bless you and keep you. Nod.
Nod.
Quest accepted! Ba-ding.
Leviathan, Leviathan.
Leviathan, Leviathan.
Alright. I know that the queue could potentially take a long time, because it's old. But I do need to step away for a quick moment.
Okay. Okie. 。 That, and do that. I love Nocta in this glamour. She is so pretty. Look at the details. Love it. Da, 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 da. Congrats on first, Ishi! Welcome in! Good to see you. How are you doing? Just checking, have that turned off. There we go. So I am all ready to go when Strife gets back. Oh! Ishi! Congrats! That's 16 months. Congratulations. Wow, it's 16. It's been more than a year. Oh dear God. Where has the time gone? Where has the time gone? But thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate it. I know it feels like we've just rocketed through the last year. I know, right? The time truly has flown.
I has returned.
Welcome back.
Oh. Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
As ready as we're going to be for this?
Yep. I double-checked my cutscene skipping stuff, so I should be able to, watch the cutscene. Even though I'm going to have the whole thing of resisting the urge to skip.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 5 minutes, huh?
We'll see.
Yep. Ishi says welcome back, Strife.
Hi, Ishi! And thank you. There we go. Nope, too much space.
Too much. You can't win. There you go.
There we go. The normal thing when there's no wall.
Yeah. No wall, lean on Nocta. Nocta. Shrug. Oh, hey.
Well, okay. I'm not complaining, I'm just still very surprised.
It's surprising, but at the same time, yay!
I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking we may have to try and push this to like 6:37 to try and get through the last part.
Mm-hmm.
That should still give you an hour of chill.
Yeah. Alrighty. Oh boy, yep. Up close look. Alrighty, big boy, let's go. No, it doesn't really matter with the railings up, but Fuck you, Leviathan! Whee!
Leviathan, Leviathan,
Leviathan.
Leviathan, Leviathan.
Literally named my stream title for this fight.
Leviathan, Leviathan.
Yep, Leviathan, Leviathan.
And done.
Woo! We did it! Bye-bye, bitch. That was easy.
I think the queue was still longer than the fight itself.
Yeah, I know, right? Yay! Jeez. Aw, and everyone's gone. Damn.
Yep. And no comm.
No comm.
Oh well. Alright. Port to Merweb. In the command room of Limsa Lominsa.
Hey, Admiral. We did it! Leviathan is gone.
It was really easy.
That it was.
Peloton!
Speed is... Speed is key. I started to say it and then I saw my mic not picking it up, so I stopped.
Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting heroes such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir and ma'am. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the commander's room. Wink.
Wink. Admiral, we did it.
We did it. We did it.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
It was no problem.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him.
Meh. Oh my god, that's great.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea were contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
Oh my god.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
She's like, it's okay.
Julia, please.
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Mordona is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Complete.
Complete.
The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Ugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Hurrian man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far in their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. I think this is I want to say, like, back in the day, I think this was the quest that you had to complete before you could undertake Rogue.
I'm gonna walk over there.
Of course. Took the long way around, apparently.
Yep. Yeah, it's okay though.
Got business with me, adventurer? So you're the man and woman Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thinker, too. Been a while since I saw his shite eating grin. But what with all the dewy-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner what Malib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am... Oh. Sorry, I was just getting into the flow.
Yep, I am Ugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken.
You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure. And pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It is simply better for business that we remain unseen.
And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Now that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow, 'tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think.
And what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you Geary of Do-What's-It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. That didn't come out right, did it?
Lady Nocta, Lord Strife. I shall remain with these people for a time that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us, Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Sure.
I would have loved to have Yugiri as my ninja teacher.
That would have been so fucking cool. Dragoon.
And the last part of this one.
Oh, telegy on the thing. Yuck. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage
Envisage.
being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Memphilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, warriors of light. Pray return to the Rising Stones!
Pray return to the Rising Stones. Bow, bow, bow. Down, down. Down, down, down.
Aw, the father is learning, daughter is studying with Y'shtola. That's cute.
Yep. Hozon's hanging out with Tataru.
Cutscene.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my
Sure.
conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then
Foreshadowing,
occupy
foreshadowing,
against a willing
foreshadowing.
vessel to take our fancy.
Yep, foreshadowing.
It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which
We can. That's just taking me back to that certain moment in Endwalker.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Speaking of whom?
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Grave tidings indeed.
no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
And thus ends patch 2.2.
Yay!
And that brings us to patch 2.3, which I believe was called Defenders of Eorzea.
Do 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 do.
Nani?
My dad's home, and so he's riling up the dogs right now.
Ah.
I'm gonna close my door.
Hmm.
There we go. Not that it does
Hello,
much.
Father's Hell.
We have 14 quests, and we got a trial in there.
Yep. Just try and knock off as much as can. We'll do a hard stop at 7.
Okay.
I'm at the first line and it is not spoken.
Okay. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Orianji will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we have previously attributed to good King Mughal the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12th word. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants an immediate investigation, and I would have you...
Celia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem.
What manner of problem?
A band of refugees, hailing from Uldar this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven awaiting a formal response.
I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once.
Asilla, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow.
Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Strife, Nocta, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Sure. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Ramphilia, and I lead the Science of the Seventh Dawn.
God be praised. It is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done.
Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation.
Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I could see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where, and then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? You'd surely do the same for us.
I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was a product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request.
But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word.
Tataru, is aught amiss?
Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded.
What? How? Is it serious?
I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot, then went wild apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady?
We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions.
How can you be so blind?
Find Alphino, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Okay.
Nod.
Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Yida and Papalima will see to it.
Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Nocturne Strife.
Okie dokie.
To Ul'dah!
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Alfie!
Alphino!
Yeah, I thought you were injured.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs, because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Well then.
Yep.
This shit's gotten a little crazy.
Yeah, no shit.
Desperate times.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that the incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter.
Okie dokie. Spade is key.
Go, ninja, go, ninja, go!
Red Mage, running. Hey, we're done.
Now is not a good time, Nocturne Strife. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your Chirurgians. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. No one can deny that tensions between the Ul'dan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against the benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can await. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Nocturne and Strife. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at the request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Nod.
Commander Swift.
You look as though you have something to say, Nocturne Strife, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Brass Blades position there. So, that's central funneling.
Yep. Hades Dargan.
Sophia Bird.
Whee. Which one are you speaking to first?
Oh, we'll go Leofric since you're kind of already on him. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zanzawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Oh, you mean those refugees? No, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept the situation and are content to pass the days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Zazawaka! Freaking Lullafell.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. Wait, I know your face. Were you not the man and woman from the church of Santa Dama La Dama? 1,000 pardons, my friends. I mistook you for one of the thugs who have been tormenting us.
I got something completely different. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see.
Or is Nocta part of the Immortal Flames, or?
Nope. She's part of the Adders.
That's it, because Strife's part of the Maelstrom. Interesting. If Leo forbid you to speak with me, I take it you agreed to help. Shall be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. And now that one of our idealists have returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind you, and behind yonder tent you'll understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. What are you doing? Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Calm down, calm down. Who are you? What do you want? It's true, I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons, and he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us up into two groups and sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh gods, the other group, still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was.
That's not your paladin, Glimmer.
I know. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try and kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox and all bloody sellswords, they were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, to challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man or woman, mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot.
Okie dokie. Sure, I can beat someone's ass. Sure.
I'm gonna swing over here to Black Brush so I can fix my gland.
I will wait for you. I will not do anything.
There we go.
Hi, guys. Ah, motherfucker.
Seven Hills, they found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves.
Alrighty.
You were saying? You beat him like it was nothing. Sol Almighty, what are we going to do now? Speak with the terrified dude.
I got a Sin Eater.
I got a flying saucer. He has been chosen. The Claw.
The Claw.
Do, 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 do. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? One of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them taking a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Second here. Goodbye, bot.
Farewell.
Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? We didn't find a merchant there. But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must be endured before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin.
Okay. Rage chocobo.
Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, boop bop.
Da 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 da. You want me to take this one?
Yeah.
Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were gonna change everything, because so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, Miss, are you looking for someone?
I'm looking for a merchant.
Yeah. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look! Over there, I think that's him!
Oh, now. Which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim?
Good luck with that,
We
friend.
need to talk, kid. You! Sorry. Boy. Run!
Run! He's getting late. Go get him, Mr. and Miss.
One of the few times I'm happy to take an order from a child.
Yep. Alpaca!
Firebird.
Sup, bitch?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! You again? Why are you pursuing me? I want to know where the parents are. Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. You will go. All right, for the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a coherent's arse about politics. It was business. Only business. We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything.
And he dies.
Ooh! What's all the commotion?
Explain.
7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be on the loose. Or close.
It's just business. Yeah, it was only business. Yeah, sure. Right. Business.
Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death.
Sure, here.
The man responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry out with your investigation, Scion.
My god. Nox is just like, ugh, why does everything have to be so complicated?
Why are my people being blamed?
Stop! Just, everyone, she's just like, enough! For fuck's sake! This is not gonna lead us to what we want!
This is not the refugee you're looking for.
This is not the refugee you're looking for.
Juicy dumper.
Swift, we have problems.
What news, Strife and Nocta? Where's the merchant? Yeah, about that.
He got killed.
Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell! He was not simply murdered, Nocta and Strife. He was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize.
Okay.
Okay, you want to let me in on that?
Yeah, I know, right? Revolution.
The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. We have been expecting you, miss and sir. Please proceed inside.
Alrighty.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji? But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Alagon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Alagon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon? One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
I forgot that they freaking mentioned Omega so freaking early.
Yeah.
Stories we tell. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do they think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Captain Eclipse.
And Captain Luna.
Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cottonelle.
You got it.
Begone, whelp! This is no place for children.
I'm sorry. I was looking for you, Mr. and Miss. You said you were looking for the men who left with my parents.
You know this girl? Yeah, I was offering to help find her parents. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see.
Did you find the man? Were my parents with him?
They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together.
Really? You'll help me look, mister?
Of course, but first I meant to need to finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment.
Okay, mister. I'll be waiting.
I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Mamodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an aether-starved primal, even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources, and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Strife, Nocta, this is Memphilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twellswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
Medfilia needs us back at the Rising Stone, so are you good without us? The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Ixal activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Knockdown Strife. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Sure. Nah. Sure, kid.
Two more donuts!
Pray return to the Rising Stones.
Thanks for holding the door open, Mr. AFK.
Serpent Herald. Hello, good sir. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Strife and Nocta. The latest news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Yeah.
Alphino says he's fine.
Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was just to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Silence will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Lord of Levin. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramuh.
I'm sorry. May have? Then it is not certain?
The Elder Seats here informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, however, display no signs of undue commotion.
Forgive me, the antecedent, but the fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more beckerless compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramuh is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs with their territory.
The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not to prevent it? I told Papolino I suppose I could have reported things to Memphilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramuh once right after the calamity, but that was because the Guardians came traipsing through the forest.
And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence of Ul'dah drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceive this panicked migration as yet another invasion, and quicken their efforts to summon their god.
I am put in mind of Titan and the kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for our primal's coming.
Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Strife, Nocta, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramuh can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning.
A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can! Let us continue this discussion anon. We must first needs consult with the nation most affected by Ramuh's presence. The Elder Seedseer has requested your personal involvement, Strife and Nocta. Pray report to Commander... Goddamn French names!
Hello!
Hello! At the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Oh hey! Nocta gets to go back! Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will, of course, lend you whatever support you require. Just the Serpent Herald, just listening to all this, just, yeah,
Yep, totally yep.
He was just standing there.
To Gridania!
Gridania.
Adder's Nest.
Yep.
Strife of the Scions, Nocta of the Scions.
Captain Luna!
Your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat indeed. I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nafika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand.
I wish we could go into the leader areas of the three nations. And just in general, because some of them are really pretty.
Yeah. Like this one's really good, but you can only go in there if there's like a story reason.
Yeah, I know.
The other signs have arrived.
Yep,
The Lotus Stand.
Let me guess, voiced?
Scions
Yes.
of the Seventh
Yep.
Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke,
and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelve's Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelve's Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Nod.
I mean, I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
You have my thanks.
Just the sylph dancing in the background.
Yeah.
Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin. An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelve's Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it just kicks us out.
Alright. E-Shroud.
Yep. Eden.
Strife and Nocta, the Scions. I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramuh himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings.
Koji!
I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched One summoned Lord Ramuh. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, come with this one.
Okie dokie. Brave Chocobo.
Dun 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 dun. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones.
Okay.
This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramuh, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking one will find wise ones not far from here, to the south. Go in safety, walking ones.
Now it's your turn to get the Goldest Cat. Like a Torgle! Puppy!
So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on your Stolla's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's...
That's quite enough, Papa Luma.
My apologies. It's not like me to ramble, so... At any rate, as I was saying, I have finished measuring etheric activity in the air, and I am pleased to say I have reached an indisputable conclusion. To it, that Ramuh was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetherite. Come, Nocturne Strife, the Lord of Leviathan awaits. There used to be so many more quests to this.
I believe it.
Like, you actually had to find, like, the copies.
Really? I didn't know that.
Like, you were areas where it's just like, okay, you walked into one area and there was like 2 Y'stolas. And you had to decide which one between the 2 was the Sylph in disguise.
Oh my god.
Thine order betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Hi, Ramuh.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramuh, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
We actually came to try and, like, talk this out.
The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
It would explain much.
Hey!
Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Bong.
Bong. Yep. It's already 6:46.
Says Q times less than 5.
Mhm.
Let's see here.
Don't think we'll be finishing all of it today. But we
Got
did make...
one. If we can complete this one, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests left of this. And I can also confirm that this would be the end of the Part 5 New Game Plus. $18, $8. They removed about 20 quests from the MSQ for the patchwork.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember it being longer when I first went through it. Probably not as long as, what you and, Rain remember. Oh, there we go.
I'll take that.
Yep. The timer tells the truth. Come on, healer. You get to be a bard for both trials, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
If you want Darren to get more used to lightning, I know where you can put him into.
Just have him battle Ramuh nonstop.
Okay, Ramuh is summoned. Darren, you're up. Why me? Alrighty. Let's do it. Oh, we have another bard in here. Oh wow! Every DPS is bard except for me.
Hey, look, Murphy's Law has been chosen.
Another chair.
I've been chosen.
I got you. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Got it.
And we have a Newton's Law. We have a Newton's Law and a Murphy's Law.
Yep. This is one of the ones where the music just makes me feel really serene. Just like, this is actually kind of relaxing, not the battle theme. There we go! Woo! And of course they're all gone.
And
no
com.
com.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, the truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay.
Odd.
Nod. Back to Little Souls. Oh, speak. That's appropriate.
Did you get Ixion?
I got Eden Ramuh.
That's funny.
I'm like, well then, that's not a sign. I don't know what is. We have done it. And whee!
Strife, Captain Luna, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? The fight. He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You performed a monumental duty this day, Strife and Nocta. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. We'll do this last one because that'll put us 5 away from completing this part.
Okay.
The Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experiences firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Fare you well, Strife and Nocta. To Gridania!
Yep.
To the Conjurer's Guild!
Conjurer's Guild!
Fix my glam!
Correct!
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
His glorious beard appeared, and he decided to shock the hell out of me.
Ramuh made trial of you? I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off.
You have no idea.
Mm.
On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
It kicks us out.
It does. Always.
Thus ends another daunting mission, hey, Strife and Nocta? I had hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless I can only admire the adroitness with which you responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Nocta and Strife? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Yes.
Sure.
2 more donuts! And to wrap up stream.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of quest work to work Elmina through to keep her up with Nocta, so this way when I eventually stop streaming the content, I still have somebody who can run with Nocta.
Yes.
I think I just got her to Moggle Mog.
Welcome back, Strife and Nocta. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascian's immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. And of course it goes into a cutscene.
I think it's a spoken one, though, so...
True. Certainly looks like it.
If everyone is ready, let us begin. Urianger, the floor is yours.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance,
unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagan ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
Oh! That's right. This scene happens.
Not quite there yet.
Mm-hmm. I shall wait. Because it is not spoken.
Right. I'm there.
Alright, I'll take Igiorm. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him.
Ramuh's acquiescence was most intriguing. See, there's another one.
There's another one that was named. Mm-hmm.
Amaryllis. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the bringers of light. Ultima.
The limitless potential of man. Madelin's servant grows mightier by the day.
Yet they prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wane. Yet even as it innovates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted, to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort.
I love Habrea.
Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and that the one true God shall come again.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so we did go a little bit past our hard stop, but it was nice because we are now 5 quests away from being done with this part.
Yes.
Collectively, let's see here.
We did a lot.
Yeah. Let's see here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 quests left of this part. So plus 18 for patch 2.4, so that's 23. There are 8 quests on Before the Fall Part 1, so that is 31. And then 16 quests of the final part, so that is 47 quests left. So figure maybe try and do like half and half next time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do half of one. So that one. So half of that's what, like 23, 23, 24, something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. Alright, so if we did 23 quests next time, provided we have time and everything, that would get us through the rest of patch 2.3 and all of 2.4. 2.4, we do have a trial and a dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And that would leave us with 24 quests for the last one, which only consists of a dungeon and a trial.
And then
So
in the final stretch, there is a solo instance. Because I believe they changed that.
Yeah. Which that's another one I've never done the solo instance for.
I don't think I ever did that either, because I pretty much, when I was helping Chrome on an ult, I helped him through a base ARR, and then I skipped, because I'm like, I can't keep up. I'm gonna get myself burned out.
Yeah. I know, I mean, if possible, what I would like to try and do is really try and get these patches knocked out, because before we start Heavensward, I am going to do streams covering the job quests. So, and I remember you said you probably didn't really care much for doing that one. You might do color commentary, but that's about it. So that would definitely give you some days to just kind of chill, because I definitely would like to do this before we start Heavensward, just covering the ARR jobs.
Yes, understandable.
And at the way we're breaking this up, there's not going to be an opportunity for me to. Because this one will end the part, the next 5 quests will end the part, and then we'd load up the next part, and then I can't interrupt that one without starting all the way over, and I really don't want to do that, so. Well, starting all the way over from part 6, so. I know, we'll figure it out. I know that's going to be very cutscene heavy in the part 1 and part 2 of Before the Fall, because obviously that's the end of patchwork leading to Heavensward, so. But we'll figure it out. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around watching. It was nice to be back.
Yes. Thank you, Ishi. Ishi says thanks for stream, y'all. Thank you for stopping by, Ishi. Much appreciated.
So, hopefully, hopefully at the very least, we'll be back next Monday to do more of the MSQ for ARR. Hopefully, like I said at the start, it's very important to take care of your mental health. And if Zell's not feeling very up to it, I'm not going to push her into doing it. Again, that also means that Chrono Trigger may or may not be back this coming Friday. Again, a lot of it depends on how Zell feels. I don't really know what I've got going on my end yet for streams, for stuff that I want to do. I do, my Twitch anniversary stream is coming up at the end of the month, so I'm going to try and do something for that, guaranteed. Honestly, it would be nice if we could have this finished up before then, so I could just make my anniversary stream just like a whole thing. But we'll play that by ear. But there may be some changes coming up in my job, so I might have opportunities to do more streams here soon. So I definitely want to get back to the Persona threesome, try and get that wrapped up. We're getting so close to the end. So, outside of that, I got nothing really going on my end. Zell, what about you?
I'm just playing things by ear at this point.
Yeah, holidays are done, trying to get back into rhythm, so.
Yep.
Alright.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much.
We love you guys. Happy 2026, and we will see you next time.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.